You're listening to the Bathtub Refinishing Podcast. Powered by Bathtub Guys Refinishing. We discuss the refinishing industry, interview owners and operators, and give tips to business owners and entrepreneurs. Now, here's your host, Daniel Montalvo.
All right, guys. Welcome back. All right, we have a big group today. We have Ruben from Surface Pro, and we have Danny Garcia from Alliance Bath and Ace Renovations in the house.
The juggernaut.
The juggernaut.
The juggernaut of the industry right here.
Some may say this is the big three, and not just because we're fat.
Hey, I lost weight.
Hey, Flacco. We got Flacco here, baby.
You can do it.
That's right.
Where am I at? You can do it.
That's why we put him in the middle, just to show people it's possible. Nah, man, but we're here just having a conversation today, man. Danny's in town he's doing the whole Disney thing this week.
That's right.
So,
hey, before we get started, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
What episode is this?
62.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
You in 62 already?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I haven't done one in a minute, man, because
It's been a little,
I've been
a little trippy.
I've been busy, and the whole thing with me and John, the falling out that we had, it's just I just haven't posted, but everything's cool, still working, still doing what we got to do.
Yeah.
And the last one that I did was with Pat. Me and him talking about, the new stuff we're doing with Tubcast and all of that stuff. And we'll touch on that later, but
yeah,
I want to talk with you guys. Ruben, the last time you were actually on a podcast, by the way, I don't know if you remember this. The last time you were actually on the podcast was the first time with you and Evan, because there was the one that we recorded with He Who Should Not Be Named. You remember that?
I do, man.
Yeah.
That was episode, 33?
Yeah, it was with Marcel.
No, not that.
That's the second one.
First with Evan.
The first one with Evan.
First with Evan.
Yeah.
The second one, we had some technical difficulties, I think.
No, and then we recorded a little bit, and then
Oh yeah,
and we decided not to post.
Scrap that one, man. Scrap that one.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
There's one thing about this business and about the industry. You got to be humble. You got to put your money where your mouth is. Be a stand-up guy. If you're an owner, own it all. Own your mistakes. Own your failures. Own your success and your wins, man. Own it all, man. And you're gonna be in this thing for a long time.
Absolutely.
Right? If not, you're gonna burn people. You're gonna badmouth people. And not to say that I haven't put my foot in my mouth before, because I have.
Yeah.
But own that too. You know what I mean? For the guys that some of the guys that we're talking about, that's why they're really not around, or they hurt their name out here. I'm not gonna do that. I've been around for a minute.
Fall off.
Yeah.
Danny.
What's going on, baby?
Hey man, what's new with you, bro?
Oh man, let me tell you.
First of all, is it safe for you to elaborate on that video of that video that you posted about? Hey man, it's just amazing.
It's amazing.
You don't have to give details if there's names involved, but what was that about?
Man, let me tell you, bro. So the whole amazing thing came when I forgot the guy I was listening to, man, but he said it so perfectly. Like, in order to stay in a positive state, you want to use words that are positive, right? And when he said that, it's been I don't know, maybe 7-8 years, right? But I remember hearing that and I adopted it, right? And I never really had to use it until the last fucking month, bro. Yeah. Right? So the last month for both companies, we've been growing. We've been pushing the pavement. We've been pushing our numbers. We've been pushing people. We've been hiring people, firing people, getting big contracts left and right. But the last 2 weeks in particular, maybe 2.5. Woo! Boy, everything that could go right in one day went right.
Okay.
But on the same day, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Right? And it happened every day. Right? Everything was going right, then everything went wrong. Right? Everything went wrong, then it went right. Everything went right, it went wrong. And I woke up to a phone call and just says, hey man, we had a guy on the job site. This happened. And I'm like, mother. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then the first thing that came to my head that day was, it's amazing.
Yeah.
What's happening right now is amazing, bro. Because it was so bad. It was so bad that I couldn't fathom like how this happened, bro.
Yep.
Right? But at the end of the day, bro, it's business, right? It's business. If you want to be a business owner, every day is not going to be perfect, right? Every day is going to go sideways at one point, and you have to be ready. That's part of being an entrepreneur, a businessman. And a lot of cats don't realize that. And I said it on that clip too, like, we all put positive energy out there on an Instagram clip.
All
But
day.
we never put the negative shit that happens behind the scenes, right? And I was telling my wife, Michelle, I'm like, you know what, dude? I think what I'm gonna do different now is all those bad days, I want people to understand, like, dude, it's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows over here. Sometimes it's fucking, you're kicking the can down the fucking alley, dodging bullets at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And to put it in a nutshell, bro, we had, let's just put, accumulatively, in one day, we made maybe $300,000.
Woo!
Right? But because of the mistakes that was made in one job site,
Yep.
it went down to 150.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's a big mistake.
That's a big mistake, bro. It's a big, huge fucking mistake. And it's on the same token, it could cost us a contract
Of
that we
course.
have.
Of course.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, thank God I have good partners. I have great partners. I'm in a team where we all come together. We put on our capes. We go to work, right? That's part of the fireman crew. There's a fire. We all run, get the hose, somebody backing up the truck, someone going up the ladder, ready for action. That's business. But yeah, to say the least, Ace Renovations, we're at 41 employees now.
Wow.
Alliance Bath Reglazing, we're about 13, 14 technicians. That doesn't include the office staff. We're growing. Things are doing great, right? Things are amazing.
They're amazing.
Amazing.
Some people might say. Nah, man, that's crazy. I could only imagine what cost you $150,000.
Yeah. We'll talk about that off
We'll
air.
talk. Yeah, we'll talk that.
Jesus Christmas, bro.
What was the phone call?
No, dude. It was. Hey, let's put it like this, bro. I got up, I'm showering. I get out the shower. I got the reggae music going. I'm brushing my teeth, bro. I just had my workout. I'm good to go, dog. And it just went.
I've been there. I've been there more times than I like to talk about.
I think that's an interesting little like segue, man, because we've all had like some crazy failures, and people, like you said, they always see the good, but no one sees what it took to get to the good.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it is monumental level mistakes. And this is something that's just like a rule in business in general is, usually you fail like more than you win. It's just that the more times you play the game, right? The more opportunity you put yourself out there, the closer you are to a bigger win and a bigger win. And then
Always.
Then when you get bigger wins, it just feels like you're always winning.
Yeah.
Right. But I've talked about it. I blew a crazy contract with Universal, with Cabana Bay years ago when we were doing, when we were spraying urethane and stuff. The urethane thing, to be honest, it could have been a part of the reason. I have my suspicions that around COVID time, some of the manufacturers were like watering coatings down, just based off of talking to other people and kind of gauging, because I was seeing things I had never seen before.
Yeah.
But in reality too, my crew was just not ready for a project like that. And I took it because, how are you going to turn down a $500,000 thing? It was a big deal. It was like 1,800 tubs, $500,000. And they were doing it like a week at a time, 15 a day, every day until we're done. I got the biggest deposit I've ever seen in my life. It was $162,000. And it was like, those are the moments where you feel like, oh my God, I made it.
Yeah.
until we started, bro. And it was like, you guys ever seen that SpongeBob meme where there's like a million SpongeBobs and everything's on fire, and he's running around like a maniac? If you haven't seen it, I'll show you it later. But it's like, that was my life, bro. Like the day it started, it was like, this guy doesn't know, that guy doesn't know, like this guy's carrying all the weight and he's doing all the work, and I had to be on site, which I mean, to that point, I hadn't been on site in ages.
Yeah.
So I'm like over here, like mixing the paint for the guys and like doing stuff to try to organize and keep it like rocking. And we ended up having like a bunch of issues. Part of it, again, coding was acting weird, and also we were trying to train people on site, and the spraying thing is hard to train on a job site.
Of course.
It's
Absolutely.
almost impossible. You know, we've done projects that are similar in scale now and don't have those issues, but man, that was like the first big one, and we really blew it. But yeah, man, we've all been there.
See, that's why I'm here, guys, at this podcast, sitting between the. Send me the 1,800 tubs. Come on, somebody, please. Give me $100,000 job, man. See?
That's right.
Yeah, but so I think it really, we listen to people like Danny Garcia and where he came from. Because guys, he came from just a couple of tubs too. He didn't he didn't just get into the business and do millions, man.
No.
And so you just gotta put a plan together, put systems and a team together. Always be selling, man. I learned the hard way. You guys know this year I put that I gave a Instagram reel of the bad times, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We just get into a shop. Finally, I'm like, man, we finally made it.
Yep.
We're reaping what we've sowed, right? And then Google shuts us down, right? From one very, very small superficial mistake that I made. It was my fault too, you know?
They do that. Google does
and so
that.
what it did was, as I'm sitting just aggravated, about to cry, probably was about to cry, and I don't cry
I've been
about
there.
much, you know.
I've been there a few times.
That I hear Danny Garcia in my head, because we're friends, man. We talk a lot. It was, you always got to be selling. So what it made me do was to get back out on the grind on a grassroots campaign, like selling tapes out the trunk. Like my man, Too Short, bro.
Too short.
To get back like in the olden days and have some paperwork in people's hands with some Krispy Kreme donuts and get in their face constantly, you know, because now I know that I can't really depend on Google like that.
Yeah.
You know, but you never know until you know. What I understand now is you have to prepare for things that that probably aren't going to happen, like a spaceship falling out of the sky on your truck, but you better prepare for it, bro, because it could happen, man.
Overnight.
And that's the phone call that he got.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah, man, we got it, $300,000. Then the spaceship fell out the sky, ruined this whole day.
And it happens more often than people think. It's just that, like, bro, people think that money solves the problems. It doesn't. What it does is you get a lot more problems. They just become more manageable.
Yeah.
But you have to know how to manage them too, or else everything will get out of hand. But I mean, exactly what you said, bro. Like these things happen to people, bro. And every now and then you get the sky is falling phone call from somebody, and you got to step up and take care of it, you know?
Hey, you know what, bro? We didn't say this at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right? But I talked to a lot of refinishing companies that, you know, they call me, or if they're not calling me, they're sending me messages, right? They're asking me, how do we do it?
Yep.
How did you get there? How do you even have an office? You know, how do you have more than one employee? Right? And honestly, bro, the math that I've done and the math that I'm trying to still figure out for the reglazing industry is, how do we get over that hump, right? Of only having one employee, right? My man, Montalvo here, you guys don't see it, but we're in a new location now.
Yeah.
You upgraded.
Yes.
You got something bigger. You got something cleaner, right? I walked in here and I was so inspired and very happy for you, bro, because of where you started, where I saw you start. I didn't see the initial start, but where I saw you the first time versus where I see you now. This place is fucking awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Right? And I think you can answer the question the easiest and the best, right? How do you get from one technician working out of your garage to a place like this and you have multiple technicians? Because that's the one question that I get a lot. And it almost feels like sometimes like I'm recording myself because I'm having to re-say the same thing every time. I almost feel like they don't believe me, or they think it's not true because it's so hard for them.
100%. My mindset has, I think there's two ways to look at this, right? Like, you can go ahead and do, like, just be persistent in sales, keep it moving, go out there, put your name out there, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And you could build an empire like that. But you also have the other side of the equation, which I think is very, very valuable. It's something that I don't have. I know that you have someone on your team like Richard, somebody who can show other people and show them and communicate it well to a point where they understand it, so that you can create new technicians without having to, be in this, constant cycle of revolving door of talent. And kind of take what a page of what Ruben said, be always selling. I'm going to plug my the Tubcast stuff real quick. What Tubcast has done for our business in particular. Like, look, we built a business that was successful. It made over $1 million on just spray. Like, so we didn't need it per se, but what it has done lately is it has kept us from having to have a revolving door of talent. And it's given us a lot more leverage in business, because we can have somebody come in and have the demand and meet the demand with a new technician, and the turnaround is 2 weeks compared to 3 to 4 months. You know what I mean? And what that does for a business is just allows you to scale so much easier. We've simplified operations. It really goes back to something that me and you talked about probably the first time we met, is having good systems, right? And if you're going to run a spray operation, you have to have really, really, really good systems. You guys have built an immaculate system, because having 13 guys out there doing spray is fucking hard. But what we do and what we've done with our new stuff is just, we've dumbed it down to the point where guys don't have to guess how to mix the stuff. It's a pre-portion. Guys don't have to know how to use an expensive piece of equipment that is adjustable. There is one way to do it. You use a roller. Like, we've simplified operations to the point where, and I've said this to people before, like, it's like McDonald's. It tastes the same wherever you go. Bathtub Guys it's gonna be the same no matter who's doing it. And I'll take consistency over like chasing that 100% every single time.
Right on.
Because if you have a consistent product, you can sell it.
Yeah.
But how can you sell inconsistency?
Yeah.
It looks good when Jake does it. It looks like shit when John does it. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have something tangible. And I think that's what has helped us get to this level, is actually building a formula of like, this is what happens when somebody comes in. This is how we train them. This is how everyone does a job this way, because there's only one way to do it. Because you've been in the industry for a while, how many times have you had to unprogram bad habits?
All the time.
All the time. Because everybody who sprays different. They spray a different way, and it's not bad, but it's hard to scale that.
But that's why for us it's so difficult to hire guys who are come up with experience.
Yeah.
Right? Because you spend the first 2-3 weeks, 2 months breaking all that shit down and being like, no, we don't do that here, bro. We don't do that. We're stopping all that. This is how it's done here, right? So that's always like moving forward for us. It's like we want to hire green.
Yeah.
I don't want no one in here with any bad experience, right? And sometimes, recently we hired a couple guys with some experience, and then they have different attitudes.
Yep.
Right? They have different ideas. They have different, well, we didn't do this over here. Well, you're not working over here no more. You're working here
and
right now.
The expectation, too, is different. Not for nothing. I know a lot of refinishers watch this. I know some of the people who watch this work for refinishing companies. But like at the end of the day, a lot of us are in this industry to run businesses. And you get a lot of leverage back as a business owner, because a lot of refinishers have egos and think that they should be making $300,000 a year because they know how to spray a bathtub. And You might very well be worth that, but let me tell you something, man. To get that kind of money, you got to go and do the business part yourself.
Yeah.
Like
You need to run your own business.
exactly. Like so, some of these guys they think really high and mighty of themselves, and I'm not saying they shouldn't, but what I am saying is when you're working for someone else, just know that we got to make a profit because that's business.
I think that they don't understand. They're looking at it only as a technician, and their mindset is you wouldn't have this business without us.
Yeah.
And then you get back to
that,
Then you get back to what?
Look, they think that because a lot of the times people with smaller operations in particular are so beholden to technicians because it's so hard to find good talent in the refinishing world, especially with tubs. Because I would say most gifted fine sprayers, like the guys who are fine finish like nerds, are in cabinetry or cars.
Yeah.
Because it pays better. For whatever reason though, like you still have to learn the skill, right? And it's still hard to pick up and it takes a long time. And so they feel like, well, I've spent a decade perfecting this craft, so you're darn right you're only here because of me. And they feel that way. It's not 100% true or accurate, but it is.
It's definitely not.
It's semi-justified because they're confusing. But like it's like imagine like the refinishing world is different, right? Because we're doing something very niche for a very specific set of people. A master electrician can move up, but like there's only a certain amount of money someone's going to pay for a tub. You're never going to get someone to pay $5,000 to refinish a tub, right? But if you're a master electrician, you can make $100K, $200K, $300K, $400K. Like you could start moving up. Eventually, maybe get into ownership or whatever. But that's not tangible in this industry. A lot of people feel like they've been working for decades and they're kind of at a standstill. The part where it comes in where it's not justified though is that at a certain point it's sink or swim. If you want to make more, you got to take more risk and start a business and do it your fucking self.
That's it.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
What I was going to say is just that, with the confusion that sets in is that a company, like the old saying goes, you're only as strong as your weakest link. We are involved now in a relationship. So the technicians that are great and that have been around for some time, don't confuse that you won't be replaced. Like I run a business with my son. He'll tell you, I will fire you first, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? And I will replace you if I had to, okay? Because the business has to survive, or else we all go down. And so that attitude, I get it. You can help them to appreciate that you don't really understand the back end of it, right? And then you don't understand that I'm not here. You're not going to get rich doing this. If you want to chase that, you have to chase your own thing. Yeah. You have to build it yourself.
And that's why
the way we're building it is not to abuse you, but it's not also to, you haven't taken all the risk and you don't have the liability that we have. And that's what they just don't understand. So
the way I think about my business now is that, like, I've tried my best to simplify operations to make it scalable. And so like when you go to Chick-fil-A and they just like, you order and the food's just ready. Like it's because they only make one thing. You might want it spicy, you might want pickles on it, you might want cheese, but like it's still a chicken sandwich. That's it. Like that's what I've tried to do. Like I'm like I don't want to do cabinets. I don't want to do. I'm not gonna do your floors. Give me your tubs and tiles and counters, and we're only doing it this way. By the way, you want it hot pink? Sorry, bro. 99 out of 100 customers want it white. That's what we're doing. Like I've tried my best to like do it like that, and it's for the same reason, dude. It's like I don't want the egos and the people who feel like they're above this, because if you were above it, you wouldn't be here. But what they do is they add unnecessary stress to your operation, and they become a cancer in the workplace. And we've probably all had people that you've worked with. Yeah,
all the time.
What they'll they fan the flames, and then other people start getting upset because either they believe the stuff that they're talking or they're just annoyed by them.
I can't tell you how many times, bro, I've had guys, bro, we have guys lie, cheat, steal, doing jobs on the side, using your product, bro. Right? And they think, this is the secret here, bro. This is the secret. All right? All you knuckleheads who are listening to this shit, pay attention. It did not take me 1 year to do what I've done.
Yep.
It took me 20 plus years of knowledge, homework, ups, downs, right? Successes, failures, wins, all that shit to be able to get to where I'm at in my life right now, right? And a lot of these cats don't understand, like, oh, I've been here for 6 months. This is easy what they're doing. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go do it on the side. Cool, right? If you're treating it like a side job where you're doing one job a weekend, right? I get it. But if you really think that you're gonna turn this into a business overnight where you're gonna have many people calling you where you can live on this, and you can hire people and you can put a girl in the office, answer your phones, and you can take off to Mexico for a month and still get paid. No, you're living in a dream, bro.
You cannot circumvent the hard work and the time that it takes to build your brand and the trust and the respect of the community. You can't circumvent it, man.
Absolutely.
You got to earn your stripes. Like the street said.
Everyone wants to skip to the finish line, bro.
Yes, dude.
It's true. I mean, I've
instant
been
gratification.
Yeah. Well, it's the
That's
TikTok
this generation.
It's the TikTok generation, bro.
Yeah.
And look, I'm the youngest one here, and I will say, bro, I see.
You're an exception, bro.
But I see
You're
it.
an exception.
Like me and you have talked about it. We talked about the last time, like you were here. But like when you go on TikTok, there's people who, like, everyone thinks that like money is like that. These amounts of money, people used to strive like, I want to make $100K a year. Like that's great money. Now people are like, well, there's a guy watching like on Twitch that watches other people's videos and he makes millions. Like $100K is nothing. It's like, dude, you have no idea what it takes to make $100,000, bro. Mm-hmm. But it's because it's so like information so readily available, and people just say a lot of stuff. People who are well off financially and flaunt it are on these platforms, and it makes people devalue what it means to make good money,
bro. Gary how do you say his last name?
Vaynerchuk.
He said it the greatest. And when he said it, bro, I was like, God damn, that's right. Every motherfucker, excuse my language, has an idea. Yep. But it doesn't mean shit
unless you do it.
Unless you execute it.
Yep.
Right? So I tell these cats, bro, like, bro, that's a great idea. What's your plan?
Yeah.
Right? Nobody has a fucking plan. For me, bro, I put together a plan 10 years before I jumped and started my business.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. No. Like, they're like, what do you mean it took you 10 years? It took me 10 years. Because there was so many things that I needed to learn and I needed to put myself through in order to say, okay, now's the time to jump. And at the end of the day, you're not ever going to feel ready. You're never going to feel ready, bro. You're never going to be like, okay, I can do it right now. No, you're never going to feel that way.
You know,
right?
the other part of the equation of that too is the answer that you're looking for on how to get there involves failure. Yeah. It involves trying and failing. And so if you never take the leap, you're never going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, man, the internet has kind of gassed people up that you can drop ship something from the beach and make $1 million with a laptop. And even I got 5 sons. One of my sons, my son who works with me, Evan, his older brother, I tell him all the time. Because he really believes that. And I think even in our generation, we had the get rich quick schemes, right? The multi-level marketing, the pyramids, right? Like, all you got to do, bro, is get 5 people. I'll get 5 people. Man, we can be rich.
I know somebody who signed up for one of those.
This guy, man.
All right, guys. So we're back. We were talking a little bit. We took a little break real quick, so everyone can go to the bathroom and stuff. But we were talking a little bit about you going out and pretty much doing like some business coaching stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like another like avenue you're looking to like explore. The funny thing is, I know we mentioned that, and I always knew you'd be like good for that. And realistically, that's kind of what we've shifted to, like what we're doing with Tubcast now in particular. Like me and Patrick are both on the same page of like, we don't want to sell to every single person under the sun because we don't want the headache of it.
Yeah.
And also, we do want people to be able to benefit from the unique aspects of it, right? No smell, durability, and the ease of application. So what we're doing now is like offering those like business coaching, like business mentorship stuff for people who want to come aboard.
Right.
And so like it's something that I've done. I've done it virtually. I've done it in person maybe twice, to a smaller degree, just like one-on-ones.
Yeah.
But dude, it does feel good when you give people some knowledge and they implement it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I remember I talked to a guy and I had to like break his heart telling him his logo looked like shit. And he went and
You
like,
gotta be real.
he was sending me mock-ups and like he went and changed his branding and he's doing better than ever now. Like I had a couple guys that had they had a duct cleaning company, and I talked to them. You know, I kind of gave them some pointers on how to get into the commercial like realm, and they're killing it doing hotels and stuff like that. I did them for free too, but it's because like I really genuinely like sharing knowledge, and kind of trying to help roadmap people and guide them to like the right place.
I think that once you get to, and shouts out to Tub and Creek, to Justin and them out there in California.
Yep.
You know, I was kind of, I ain't gonna say starstruck. I'm never starstruck. But when you called me for the first time a couple years ago and put this whole thing in motion, I was like, man, this dude really called me. This is kind of crazy. I know this guy. So it's kind of like at first, you're sharing your time with people and knowledge because it was given to you. And that's being real to life, right? So you give it back. But once you start getting calls after calls after call after call, you're like, wait a minute here, man.
Yeah.
I can't give this time to, we have to be respectful of each other's time and craft.
Exactly.
And say, hey, man, let's put something together to where I can help you better this way. I can take some time out of my day. I have to charge you, right? But if I gave you the games to be sold, not told anyway, if I gave it to you for free, you probably would mumble it up. You drop the bag. So you investing in yourself, right, to come in, you want to know how I did it? Come and holler at me, pay me a couple dollars. We eat some sandwiches or some tacos or tortas or whatever, man, and I'm gonna send you on your way, and we're all gonna benefit from that better.
Absolutely.
And so that's, I think, is a great thing.
I've learned a lot, like just being able to be friends with someone like Danny and just having like being able to talk to you about certain things. I've learned a lot of stuff. So I know, bro, you have a lot of knowledge and you've expanded into other realms, and I know you've learned lessons with Ace that you probably didn't know at Alliance. And you know, like bro, like you're in the perfect, I think you've molded yourself and put yourself in a really good position to be that guy, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Because like what you're doing with the podcast too, ingraining yourself heavier and heavier in the community over there. But also like bro, you do such a good job at representing yourself like for your companies. And that's one of the things that people lack, and I don't know why business owners lack it, because you had to have the balls to take the leap, but a lot of business owners lack the confidence of like this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna say, this is how I'm gonna talk to a client, and I never really understood it, but I see it a lot. I know you probably get it a lot, but I get people too who message me and are like, how do you do that? And how are you so comfortable on camera? And how do you, it's like, dude, I just started.
I thought it was AI.
Yeah, he thought it was AI.
Until I came and seen this.
And he saw the little backdrop
right there. It must be AI. That's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's really him. This guy putting in the work. You got to put in the work, man.
But all those things come with, look, bro, when you really know what you know and you believe what you say,
100%.
You can say it with the utmost confidence.
Yeah. And then you got to have the tenacity and the grit in you too.
Yeah.
Like you got to really want it, man. If your why don't make you cry, then the price is too high. That's what my man told me. You got to really want it, man. You got to want it. So
my Texas dude over here.
I'm gonna say this. That's my man Kelton Gresham told me that, by the way. You know, I love.
It's so
I kind of give my life to the public a little bit, man, and you know, and sometimes I overshare. And I'll say this, speaking on that note, I called this guy last year. Last year was a bad year for us, straight up. Yeah. And I was venting to everybody. But I called these guys. But I called Danny a few times. Man, it's not going well. It's not gonna work, man. Damn, man, I can't do this no more. Just continually getting punched. you know, I'm 15 rounds of boxing, I'm not gonna make it. And I'm gonna say what you told me. I gotta say it. This guy basically says, as he's just listening to me talk and cry and whine, he's like, yeah, man, check this out, bro. You want to be a successful business owner or entrepreneur? I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, do it or quit. See you later. Click. I was like, did this about to just hang up in my face? But that's what I needed. I didn't need somebody to say, oh, it's going to be all right. I can lend you a couple dollars. Let me come out there and do it for you and hold your hand. I didn't need that. That's what I kind of wanted to hear, but that's not what I needed. And so what it made me do was saying, man, let me get my ass off my shoulders and put a plan together and get this thing rolling, man. And go into the office on Monday and hype everybody up and let them know that, man, hey, what are we're gonna win or quit. That's it. There's no in between. And so that's what we did. And it's still a struggle. It's still a battle every single day. Every day. You know what I mean? I'll get to the $1 million soon enough. But right now, let's just focus on what we got. I'm a thousandaire right now. And sometimes I have 0 thousands. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And so you just keep pushing guys and it'll work, man. You know, so no way. From Great Glaze. Another day. Another spray. Hello, man. That's for you right there, bro. You're gonna be somebody. You're gonna make it. That's just to everybody. You know, I have a shop now, which I grinded a lot to get there, man. I honestly started in the garage choking my wife out with lacquer and urethane. Choking her out.
Yo, you started that sentence and I was like,
whoa.
I was like, where are we going with that?
Yo, no.
I know what you're saying, though.
No family violence. Choking her out with that. Moved to a shed in the backyard. When I got
it would eat up the whole house.
The whole house. My youngest son came down and was like, yo, Dad, I gotta stop doing that, man. You're killing us. I'm like, I gotta get, you wanna eat? So I get a shed in the backyard. We did that for a year.
Sleep with the mask on, bro.
We did it, yo. We're all it's like some post-apocalyptic stuff in the living room, bro.
Can I tell you something, Ruben?
Go ahead.
That wouldn't have happened if you had Tubcast.
Hello. Bro. I love how he keeps doing it, man. He keeps doing it.
Sponsored by RBS, bro. Don't know.
What's up, Pat? But no, man. So
the white boy,
that dude, white dude. And then we moved into the shop, man. But now that I look back, it took time, man, to do that. It doesn't come overnight, man. And now we're here, and it's still pushing a heavy rock uphill. So just keep pushing, grinding, and you're gonna make it. I don't have a 30,000 square foot warehouse with conveyor belts and robots and Tesla forklifts like these guys.
Oh, shit, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I got baby steps, bro. Baby steps.
Hey, man. Sometimes
mine don't say Tesla. It says Mesla, bro.
That's right, bro.
And look, at the end of the day, bro, it's all of it is a grind, it's a struggle, and you get to a point. But I think that the entrepreneurial spirit is really that you're never done. You're you're on to the next.
That's the only time you fail. Is at that point when you quit. That's when you really fail.
Like business and entrepreneurship is like a Rubik's cube, and you might get one side of the cube, and the whole other side is fucked, and you got to figure it out. Yeah. Like but you keep on playing it. Mm-hmm. Like it's very hard. Yeah. But
this guy with the analogy.
It pays off, bro. Yeah. It pays off. Hey, bro. I like having analogies, bro. I see that, man. But yeah, no. At the end of the day, like a lot of guys, man, they need that push to get to the next level, and like,
or they came in the game like Garcia was saying earlier, thought, oh, I'll just get a truck and a machine, and I'll take over the whole, and then now they're working somewhere else. Figure out that it is not like that, man.
No, it ain't that easy, baby. Exactly. It ain't that easy.
You know, like I think that for most people, like it's very important to have that sense of community too, and just like it's missing a lot in the trades. Yeah. Like, you know, there's like artists hang out together, right? Mm-hmm. Like guys who like there's guys who like they hang out with, like basketball players hang out with other basketball players, like the trades need to like come together and like communicate more and
Straight
talk
up.
more about those things. A lot of people, I think.
I'm gonna cut you off right there. You just brought up something that I meant to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Right? You just said something that I think is gonna go by all these knuckleheads' faces. Is basketball players hang out with basketball players.
Yeah.
Right? How come these knuckleheads, I'm talking to you, other reglazing companies throughout the country, they should be coming to you and talking about reglazing.
A open invitation to anybody who wants to, come over here. I'll put the camera on me real quick.
Yes.
Look, man, if anybody wants to come out here,
Yes.
you can come out. We'll make arrangements, whatever we got to do. But I want to talk to the refinishers. I want to help the industry out from day one. That is why I started the podcast. I started this podcast in a room in the old house I used to live in, like with 6 other adults while I was grinding, like while I had nothing. I'd pay myself $200 a week, and I'm over here sharing the little bit of knowledge that I had at the time, because I wish that I would have had that advice given to me when I first started. And I could only imagine the people out there that wish that they had a voice to listen to.
Yes.
And in the trades in general, it's almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Most people in the trades, a lot of people in the trades come from poverty, truthfully. And
Two hands.
yeah, I mean, dude, me and my family used to go to the church at 5 a.m. and go get bread that was past due, but good enough to eat. You know what I mean? Like I remember I am a product of the 2008 recession. I was a kid. I was a child.
2008.
Damn.
Yeah, and
That's how young this guy is.
That's crazy.
my dad had his refinishing business. We went from living in a
Shut
we went from living in a 6-bedroom house to living in a trailer with 3 bedrooms.
Damn.
And
That was in 2008.
in 2008
Wow.
when the housing crisis hit, when like everyone's like the freaking housing prices went up and no one could afford them, and everyone got evicted, and it was a whole shit show. And we had to move. Like, dude, we were living in a trailer. Like, it was like that. I had holes in my shoes, bro. Like, it's messed up. And so I say that to say, like, a lot of the people who come from nothing or have had a traumatic experience in their life like that, when they get something, when they learn something, they hold on to it and they protect it, out of fear that someone's going to steal it and use it against them, use it to overtake them. And so they are very reserved into themselves. And a lot of very successful tradespeople who make it, like, it begins and ends with them. Like, it's like, yeah, I ran this gigantic company, but it's gone now. I quit, and now the company can't run without me. They don't even want to, let people in their staff know how much they're making, to not have an awkward conversation, because they hold all these things so close to them. And then that's another reason why in trades in general, there's not a lot of people talking about, how, you could build a good business and have a good life and support your family and do all these things. And also the other side of that coin is, making those business owners get excited about getting into business themselves. You know what I mean? And a lot of the reason is, like, if I tell you, yeah, man, I grinded for 13 hours to figure out this thing about running ads. Well, now I just saved you 13 hours.
Yeah.
And now that's my edge. My edge is that I figured that out.
Bingo.
And what they don't realize is that guy might have grinded 13 hours to figure out how to make sure the paint comes out like glass every single time. And you might still be trying to crack that code. And you guys can both just kind of cut through the side entrance and get to a bigger place
100%.
Because you talked.
Yes.
Like, that happens so much. And I share knowledge. I do it for free on social media now. It's one of the things I do the most. Is I post these reels where I tell people, this is what you should do in your business, and this is what I learned, and I get people who write me, and I get little nuggets from them, but I also, try to help nurture those relationships. Long term, though, that is like something we need more of. We need more communication.
You can also, guys, get some retrospect of some. This isn't fake because you see it on the internet. Danny Garcia is charging $800 to $1,200 for a tub and surround.
Yep.
When I first heard that, I'm like, there's no way. But now I do the same thing.
Yep.
Right? Because I understand where we need to be. But like people think that there's certain demographics or locations or in different states and cities that you can never do that. You can.
Yeah.
So instead of talking down on the next guy for doing it or saying that he's probably lying or scamming, get in contact. Like he said, sit on a platform like this and figure out how you can scale up.
Yeah.
I'm with these guys. I want everybody to be successful, man. Everybody who's trying to feed their family, who's taking the time and taking all those losses to finally win, to learn this thing. I'm with you there, man. I respect what you're doing. We need to get all the people out of the way that are clogging up the pipeline with the $200 this and $250. And maybe because you don't know, maybe you in your mind that ideology, you feel you're going to take over the whole game, right? You don't want to be the Walmart of bathtub reglazing, guys.
But it might also be the same thing, bro. There's nobody telling them that there's another way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how they were told.
Before I started talking to refinishers, I had no idea that anyone would be willing to spend $500, let alone $300. When I raised prices to $375, I felt like I was ripping people off, and it's because I was in the beginning of the business where, like, I was making good money at $300, $350, and I thought if I raise it to $375, $400, $500, like, am I ripping people off? But no, it's like, dude, if you want to grow, what comes with that? More expenses, more risk, all these things that come with business. So, I mean, you could charge $300 all day and make great money if you want to just be you all the time. But do you want to one day be able to come to Disney World and leave and have the operation running?
What I was speaking on too, guys, was when I said clogging up the pipeline. If you love what you're doing, you're really serious about it, you love the industry, then stop undercutting us. Let's all get together. At least be on a competitive level. You don't have to be the highest, but man, if you're doing stuff for $100 or $200, you're killing the game, man.
There's also
you're really hurting us. You're hurting yourself too.
Here's the thing, though, and I get that, but I've competed against people who have lower bids and won out the bid. The fact of the matter is, those people, they're putting themselves out of business, whether it be today, tomorrow, eventually. They're just not going to be around long enough for it to even matter. And a lot of the times, these people, they'll lose out on a contract versus bathtub guys, because if a hotel's saying, hey, we need you to do 15 tubs a day, and I tell them, yeah, it's going to be $400 a tub, I can afford to pay 5 people to go to a job. They can't. Their margins are too razor thin.
Yeah.
And so I use that to my advantage. Oh, they're charging you $200? How does that work? How much do you think they're paying a guy per tub? And what do you think their material costs? Like, they have insurance, right? They have to have insurance. I start asking the questions. You peel back the layers, and then you realize, like, that company is going to be doing this job at a loss. So are they gonna call? Are you gonna, when you call them, are they gonna answer when something goes wrong? If something goes south, God forbid. It is easy to dismantle those people, bro. But I get what you're saying. But those people just need education, bro. What they need is
what I'm speaking on.
They need to see that there's other ways to do this thing, get more value.
Right.
And
I'm speaking on the people that are serious. Everybody else, they're going to fall by the wayside eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not worried about that.
There's the other side of that too, which is, the people who are like, they don't grow because they have this hyper fixation with perfection. And I've encountered a few people like that, and like, they get in their own way because they want it to be perfect every single time, and they don't trust no other soul on the planet can reglaze this tub like I can, or do this job like I can. And those people also need to get out of their own way. Gary V, another thing that he was saying, I share this every time I see it, bro. The perfection thing is killing you. 100% is true, bro. Like, there is nobody who does anything perfect right now. Apple, world famous Apple, is in a big scandal because they went back to aluminum on their iPhones and the freaking phones are scratching and they're like people are complaining. They're selling a $1,200 phone.
Yeah.
And people are complaining. Apple is known for the pinnacle of quality when it comes to cell phones. Mm-hmm. And even they don't freaking hit a home run every single time.
Exactly.
It is okay. So like sometimes it's okay to be good enough, bro.
Yeah.
And that is like you're gonna satisfy 99 out of 100 people.
Yeah.
But why would you kill yourself working for the one when 99 other people are happy?
Yes.
And that's where my mindset is, bro. That's where my mindset is nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
Ruben came in here yesterday, saw my shop tub over there, and was like, "Yo, that was pretty good. That's acceptable." I'm like, "Right?" I'm like, "I'm not over here."
It will pass, y'all, for sure, 100%.
I'm not over here. I'm not selling that it's gonna be Picasso.
Yeah.
It's a bathtub, and he brought up the same thing me and you have talked about, where you go to Home Depot and you'll see that orange peel texture on cast iron all day long.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
We're not spraying Ferraris. We're spraying bathtubs,
exactly.
dog.
For real.
Yeah.
And so, look, at the end of the day, man, everybody needs to just, take a step back, talk to the people. If that's what you want, right? If you want better for your business, network, start talking to people, get into that mindset.
But see, that's the problem with a lot of these cats is they're too busy spraying the perfect fucking tub. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna call out no names because I can, but I'm not going to. Right? You get on Instagram and you see all these guys posting pictures of bathtubs 24/7, but there's no pictures of who is it, what's their story, where they come from, who they are, what they're doing, how they're doing it. Knowledge is just before and after pictures. And we all know that we could all make a tub look beautiful with all the fucking the crazy shit that Instagram gives you
the
to
filters,
make the filters
AI
to make it look perfect, right? So one thing I would tell most companies right now, especially reglazing companies, is you have to show people who you are. What you do, how you do it, your passion, your story. People want to know where you come from. They don't just want to see pictures. They want to know who you are as a business owner, your ideas, your comfort zone, getting out of your comfort zone, your insecurities, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. People in this day and age just don't want to see before and after pictures. They want to know who they're dealing with. Who are they about to hire? Who are they about to hire right now to do this tub?
Yep.
You know?
I got a little thing to add to that too, right? When everybody in the industry, in the tub refinishing industry, is guilty of this like none other. When you go on 15 Instagram pages, you'll see 15 Instagram pages full of before and after.
That's it.
There's no person. There's nothing attached to the brand.
What did I just say before we started? I'm gonna stop doing that. That's why I haven't been on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am bored. It's dull already with some music behind the before and after.
Yeah.
So let's start engaging each other in the public. Let's build awareness. It's going to help you build your brand. And I'm more intrigued about somebody's story than, you know how to spray a tub. Whoop-dee-doo.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that...
Whoop-dee-doo.
In business though, like, all right, if a customer's out there searching for a company, the refinishing of the tub part is the given. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, dude. For as much as you think you spray the nicest tub, the guy next door sprays it just as good. Like, no one is going with you because you spray the nicest tub. Yeah. Like, at the end
you have a service they need.
Exactly. And so, how do you differentiate yourself? Be the only guy with a face attached to the fucking brand. That'll help. Be the only guy who posts pictures of the team so that they know it's not just Joe Schmo in the back of a truck. Mm-hmm. And also... what it does when you see another human being in your head, automatically you turn on, okay, there is the person who's accountable.
Yeah.
Because you can't hold the before and after picture accountable.
Yeah.
If you guys are all on the same playing field, if everyone's doing the exact same thing, the only thing the customer has to think about is what? The price. Mm-hmm. That's all they have to think about. If everyone is doing the same thing, then the money becomes the only value proposition.
Exactly.
You got nice trucks. You show your face, you give some advice. You have other refinishers in your comments saying thanks you for that piece of advice. That bolsters your dominance in the industry.
Yeah.
It makes people say, dang, like like, well, why would I choose the guy next door who just has before and afters when everyone here is telling this guy he's doing the thing the right way and he has a crew and he has trucks?
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely, bro. 100%.
So, you know, at the end of the day, man, this industry, and it's not unique to just this industry, contracting world in general, I think we need more people that, for lack of a better word, are influencing the space. We need more influencers who are doing positive stuff in this industry, helping people push their business.
Because there's really only a few. I'll be honest with you, man. That really talk, and it's a few. You guys. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Marissa from Permaglaze. How she's found a lane. She does her little spiels and she explains it. I like what she does.
I'm joking.
Listen.
She blocked me, but at the end of the day,
this guy's a meanie.
At the end of the day,
he's a meanie.
Marissa is doing content and it works, and she does a really good job at it.
She does a really good job.
She knows how to get good engagement.
Yeah.
But also she is sharing knowledge, and that's why people follow her and they watch her stuff. And
like
they
you just said earlier, it's giving information.
But, Marissa, I love you. I'm going to be the ultimate asshole here, bro. At the end of the day, she is the only one spraying that tub.
Yeah.
That means when she stops spraying, the business stops making money.
That's true.
Yeah.
So let's get to that point. That's what I'm trying to tell anyone. Is if you are spraying, if you are picking up the phone, if you are scheduling, if you are going out to do the job, you're the one doing the quality control and you're the one sending out the invoice, right? That is a problem.
Yeah.
It is
because that is not a business. That is a job.
I just made a video about that the other day.
That is a job.
It is.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
A business is when you can step away from it and it still makes money.
Yeah.
It's still making money.
Well,
right? A lot of people understand it, and I'm glad she makes great videos. I watch her all the time. I'm a big fan. But what happens when you want to go on vacation for 2 weeks, Marissa? What happens? Does your business still make money? No. You have to reschedule everybody 2 weeks later so you can get out to do the tubs. That's the problem.
And to be fair, this isn't just like this.
Not
isn't
just her, but
yeah,
it's
exactly.
a lot of people that I'm trying to tell.
It's
the goal. The goal is to get away from that.
It's the one man show, people. And
Yeah.
I will tell you that a lot of the people. So I don't know if this is the reason I'm blocked, but I do know a few other people have gotten upset. I know she got upset when I said, like, don't you want to like be able to walk? She's like, some people are just okay having a small business and doing it themselves.
But that's not a business if you're doing it yourself.
But here's the thing. Even if you wanted to buy that whole thing, they say that they love it. They say they're in love with the craft and all this. Then I will ask you this.
It's a great promo from Marissa, by the way.
Why don't you do it
nice.
for free? If you love the craft, if that's why you do it, because you just love putting a smile on customers' faces, why do you charge money? Like, are you a charity or are you a business? And that's what you got to decide. At the end of the day, like, I get being in love with the technical part and all of that stuff, but let's not pretend like we didn't every single person went into business for themselves to make money. Mm-hmm. Like, if not, you would just be working down the street or you would just donate your time. If you like, you can love the craft, but don't sit here and tell me you only do it for the love of the craft.
No way.
That is bullshit.
No way.
Yeah, nobody.
Because
no way.
At the end of the day, whatever one man show gets a call tomorrow for 100,000 tubs, and you're not going to say no. You're not going to say no.
Yeah.
So
Hell
you gotta
no.
stop playing that game. Of like, no, I only do it, and I'm only small because I want to be small.
Bull.
Okay.
Bro. You know why? Because they only want to be small. It's because it's too hard to grow.
Yeah.
The stress, right? The insecurity.
Training people
the
how to
time,
spray.
The work, the training, right?
stress.
Dude, don't get me wrong, bro. It is hard. And I'm talking to you. It is hard. It is not easy. It is hard to be responsible for other men and women, right? Their actions, their lack of workmanship, right? Their timing, the way they're dressed, right? How they show up, how their vehicles are, their products. I can just go on and on and on. It is not easy, right? owning a business and successful business does not come wrapped up in a nice taco for you. You have to build it on the way up.
Yeah.
Those guys,
masa,
those
roll
guys,
it
bro,
out.
that say, I get it, man. I get it, because I get the emails. I'm not gonna say no names, but I get the messages. I get the text messages. I get the IG messages. I get the Facebook messages. All these people with all their criticism. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say names.
Hey, no,
to criticize the smallest little thing,
Look,
dude.
my boy,
And that's the
is
funny part, bro.
really good dude. He is like the guy that is a craftsman. He really likes. Here's the thing.
Nothing against that.
He's a technician's technician, bro. He likes to do glass. There's going to be a piece of perfect like work. But when I talk to him about it privately, he tells me he hates it.
Yeah.
He tells me he hates it, but he tells me he doesn't trust anyone else to do it because he spent all this time learning how to do it the way he does it, and no one else can do it the way he does it. And I mean, if that doesn't tell you, like...
So let me ask you a question, bro. I'm not going to say your name. He did. But I'm talking to you. What happens when you get sick? What happens if you get sick and you're, God forbid, you're in the hospital for a month? What happens to your business, bro? Who's paying your bills, right? What's happening to the business? Is it still making money? Is it growing?
What about the other side of that coin, though? You say you hate it. Why would you want to lock yourself into doing the thing that you hate forever? Look, I am not...
That's a whole other animal, bro.
I don't love bathtubs. I like owning a bathtub refinishing business. They're two different things, right? Like I found what I love in the brand, like the brand building and being like the face of the company and doing that, networking and meeting other people. I'm not crazy about the technical side, but if you hate it,
why are you doing it?
Well, not just that. Why are you putting yourself in a position where you're never going to have anyone else do it for you?
Yeah.
Like you hate it, but you're out there grinding it and being the only one to do it.
They're gonna be 60 years old spraying a bathtub.
And I sure hope not.
70-year-old.
That's what I was
spraying
about
a
to say.
bathtub.
On a lighter note, I'm 47 years old.
Yeah.
I'm that, man.
I got to time out.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I got to pee.
Just on everybody.
Nah, bro.
Oh, he hit you up too? Or no?
I'll be honest with you. The reason I never get that type of criticism, people know the same way I'll drive down here or fly to you, I will pull up to a theater near you, bro.
Look, he's a cool guy. But my thing with him is that he pretends like the rolling thing is beneath him. But whenever he starts getting in a mood where he had a rough week, he'll start messaging me and like judging what I'm doing. And in reality, I think it's like his way of like coping with the fact that he is alone to an extent in his business and like can't, like he's stuck because it's just him. And then when I talk to him about why he's hating on what I'm doing, he says it's bad and this like shit and my customers wouldn't go for that. And then at the end, he's like, I do understand what you're doing though, and I get it. And like, yeah, it is more scalable. I'm not stupid. And yeah, you could train a monkey to do it. And like, I know most customers wouldn't care. So like, what really is it? Is it that the rolling the tub on sucks, or is it that he just doesn't have the confidence?
It's just going against everything that he's been taught. He invested money, time. He built a customer base, even though he's by himself. It's going against everything that he put together. So he wants to talk about it, but he's coming at you kind of the wrong way, right? And then he really knows that, and that's why he's at the end of the conversation,
he goes back to the reality of like,
because it is reality. He understands that, so don't do that.
But the thing
let's have a healthy back and forth. I can take something from you, you can take something from me, and if we can't, then
most guys can't though, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Most guys can't.
Well, the thing about people like that in particular though is that what I truthfully, I just don't want you, like, unless you want to die in the tub, like, no joke, like, unless that's what you want, I don't want that for you. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't want you to be having to do the physical labor in your old age. If that's not what you want, if that's what you want, hey, bro, I don't judge, bro. Like if you really love it that much, bro, you can do it forever. But for those of you who actually want to grow your business and scale, just know that there's other things. It doesn't even necessarily have to be this, but there's nothing wrong with spraying. You know what I mean? For as much stuff, and me and Patrick touched on this on the last podcast, there's nothing wrong with spraying. Like if you want to do that, do it.
Yeah.
But there's the reasons that I don't do it, and the reasons that we tell people, hey, maybe consider this, is because we talk to a lot of refinishers and we network with a lot of them. The smell, this always comes up. The smell, what it's doing to my health, these chemicals, I got to get away from them. That's one of the reasons people even want to move away from doing the work. The other thing is, oh man, I have such a hard time finding technicians. Okay, well, this is easy to train people on. And it's not to say like, hey, your spraying shit sucks, although we all know the issues with spray. This stuff goes on thicker because it's rolled on, so it's more durable. But at the end of the day, you can spray until your heart's content. If you want, though, to look at an alternative, it exists. There's plenty of companies doing it right now. And, it's been easier for us to grow, not just Bathtub Guys, but other people's companies because they have access to this. I mean, we opened Bathtub Guys in Texas like not even 2 months ago, and we landed 150 tubs like this. No time. We went to a hotel. We're the only game in town that can do no smell, and they needed it because the hotel's operating.
Absolutely.
It wasn't even a contest. We were the highest bid, by the way.
Nice.
But do you know what happens when everybody sprays and everyone does the same thing? They're only thinking about the price. Give them something else to think about. Give them another reason to look at you.
You got to be different.
You got to be different.
And I can attest, guys, to the durability, man. Like I said, he just said that when I came in last night, I seen the tub. I was kind of here in the very beginning, right? When we first, when all this Tubcast stuff first happened. And I didn't take a hold of it. The durability is something I've never seen. I've sprayed it all. I've been spraying tubs since 2008. And so, Top Coat, who I use a lot. Shark Grip, I use them from time to time. Hawk, I love them. I can name them all. Napco, their durability is not there with this stuff. It's not even close, right? It's just not as pretty as a HVLP, the atomization of a real nice gun spraying the material. However, I'm kind of getting to where you are. To find the guys, to train the guys, the amount of money it costs, right? I don't want to keep doing this forever just to break even or make a couple dollars, man. I want to feel successful.
And to where most customers' expectations are, right? I mean, we all want to exceed their expectations, but at the end of the day, if a tub was blue and now it's white, you definitely exceeded the most people are not looking at the bathtub as this centerpiece to their house. Fine finished cabinetry, different story. It's the centerpiece of the home, the kitchen. You spend a lot of time there. Everyone sees it. You get up close to it. People go into the bathtub to wash their ass, man.
And let me say this too. I said this before. I said this on the first podcast.
Yep.
I could give you subpar work, which we don't. Surface Pro Refinishing is the truth. You better believe it. On cabinets, I refinish cabinets on a high level. I could give you subpar work on some of those doors and drawers, countertops, but the bathtubs will make you or break you in this game, right? If they peel, people lose confidence. They don't believe you. That's it. And a lot of my clientele, because I'm 99.9% residential. I don't do all this commercial work that these guys do. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I just did Young Jeezy's house not too long ago. Real story. They don't clean their own tub. They have nannies and they have cleaning services that come over, right? They're not going to adhere to clean instructions no matter how much you drill it into them, right? Yep. Now, of course, our warranty is not going to cover it. I'm versed well enough in the game to explain that that's not covered by our warranty, but then there's this back and forth. This Tubcast stuff, man, I'm telling you, it's, I seen it last night again. The durability is there. So try it out. The orange peel of it is not like you might perceive over the internet. It's not that bad. It will work in a lot of instances. I can roll it on tubs in my residential setting. It's going to fly all day long.
Yep.
So
and we do it. every day. And you know, you don't got to just take my word for it too. And I know a lot of people out there too. I do want to mention this. We were talking about it a little bit yesterday, Ruben, but like RBS is very committed to helping, you know, as many people as possible. We want to get people on Tubcast, but we don't want to sell to every single person in the world. What we want to do is really have territories where like we won't sell to anybody within this 40-mile radius unless it's you. Mm-hmm. So you lock down an area because you're early enough in adopting the material. With that, Patrick is also like, because we know most people have small to medium-sized operations. Like Patrick is willing to help, whether it be like, you know, help with, if you need help with your website, ads, like even like, you know, within reason, obviously, but like he'd be willing to invest in companies to give the coding a shot, give it a real shot and say, I'm going to use Tubcast and commit to it. RBS will commit to you. And he kind of said, you know, a similar thing, like back in the day, a lot of the coatings manufacturers used to do stuff like that, where they would help you with like, we're going to help you advertise. We're going to help, we're going to give you this playbook on like, these are the pamphlets and we'll put your logo on them and we'll send them to you so that you can sell like stuff. We're going to give you these samples and this booklet and you take it for free and you can use that to sell and it'll help them sell product. He's doing that, but he's trying to elevate it to what a lot of people need now. And a lot of people need help with the internet. It's time and money and they don't have it.
Yeah.
And he's willing to
know-how.
And he's willing to do it, but
that's why I'm here.
The part of the reason why he wants the commitment of like, I'm going to stick to Tubcast and we'll commit to you is because part of his commitment is not just, hey, I'm going to help you with your stuff. It's, I'm not going to sell to your competitors. So now you have that competitive edge of like, you could be the only game in town with no smell and with that durability and able to scale your crew faster than the guy next door because you don't need a bunch of skilled workers.
Yes.
And it's a big advantage. So if that's interesting to any of you guys, man, I do recommend like hitting either me or Patrick up and talking about it because in all honesty, man, like I wish that when I started, I had an opportunity like that.
Yeah.
It'll help you skip a lot of the steps. And there are some people who, I mean, I helped you with ads yesterday. There are some people, you know, you could be tech savvy and know your stuff, but sometimes doing the nitty gritty stuff, it's hard.
The back end stuff, man. I have an SEO team, Michael Rayburn from SEO Commandos. I'm ranked still, even with the beating Google gave me. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Google. I'm still ranking better than even Miracle Method. I'm ranking better than any.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
Thank you, man. I'm ranking better than anybody in the industry in my city, and I have more reviews than anybody. They're legit. It's not no funny bunny business. I'm a stand-up guy, man. I teach my sons to be the same way. My son Evan is. I cannot tell you how many times. I got one right here. I'm gonna say it. The customer with that shower pan just a second ago. Hi, Evan just left. First of all, we want to say that Evan was wonderful and very professional. Thanks for sending him. He represents your business as well. I get that on a daily basis. Evan is not the only technician. First of all, he's my main guy, right? You'll see him on all the videos because that's all I care to record. I don't make it a habit of going around the city filming my subs do work. But I say all that to say we care about the process, we care about the customer and the business, right? I don't know how to do some of the stuff that other guys know how to do. Case in point, a Google Ads campaign. You need to make sure that you get it right, or you're going to be spending a bunch of money, you're going to be upset. Mm-hmm. And so I drove 6.5 hours from Atlanta, not just to pull it. I didn't even know Danny was coming. 2 days before I said I'm coming, he was like, oh, by the way, Garcia's going to be here. That's just a treat to kick it with my guy. But I drove all the way down here because he said he's going to help me out. That's investing in yourself and in your company. Mm-hmm. Chris Santel from Texas Tough. I said I was going to shout him out. That's my dog too. Yeah. Right. That's a solid guy.
He's a good dude.
He is.
I don't know about Texas though, bro.
Texas Tough, baby. He heard me on a podcast because I hear that I have a recognizable voice, right? I think that people think I'm big as Danny Garcia, but I'm just a little shrimp. And Chris hears my voice and he's like, I know that voice. So he listens to a snippet of the podcast, and what he hears me say is that I drove all the way to Texas, which I'm from there. My hometown is San Antonio, where he's at. I drove all the way there, and all Chris could give me was like an hour of his time. That's what he heard. That's not true. I drove all the way to San Antonio, Texas, to get some advanced tub coating training from Chris Santel, because he is a beast. This is some years ago. And the first couple hours we were there, it was just catching up because I had never met him face to face, right? We've been talking on the phone and through the internet since 2017.
Oh,
okay,
really?
Yeah. And so the second couple hours was stuff we already know because we are a refinishing company. So he says, "Why are you here again? Like, why are you here? You know what you're doing." The last hour of us being together, 1 hour, he showed us something we did not know.
Nah.
We took it, incorporated into the repertoire.
Big.
We've 10x that junk 50 times since.
Big time.
And he charged me $1,500 for that 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about what he charged me. It's what I was willing to do to better the company and my process for Surface Pro Refinishing, bro.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So guys, that's a must. I've talked to guys recently as of this Thursday where I told somebody, hey, go out and get trained up. You're not gonna get trained by me. You're too close to me. You need to be doing it from somebody you don't know. So that way it'll be a better situation for you. I said, he'll probably charge you $2,500 to $3,500. The guy said, I'll never pay that. I said, well then, brother, you're not looking to own a business or you're looking just to be an employee. You know, go find somewhere for a 9 to 5. You know, you need a break room and eat your little cheese sandwich and a water machine. That's not what this is, bro. You know what I mean?
It's
The water cooler,
straight
bro?
up.
That's straight
You need
up,
that,
though,
man.
bro.
You need a little bell to let you know when to get back to work. That's not for you.
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, bro, it's okay. I just think, you know, everyone has their thing, but if you want to grow, the playbook is invest time, invest money, invest effort, and talk to people and just open up the line of communication.
So time out though.
Yeah.
We're missing a big point here. So when did I first meet you in person? What year was that?
2021 or 2022 was it?
Something like that, right? 21, 22?
Back in the day.
Okay. What have you done? Where have you grown since I've met you? Right? I don't know all your story, right? I only know what I know. But you were at the old shop. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Right? You have a baby now.
Yep.
You have Tubcast now.
Yep.
Right? You've moved to a bigger, better, nicer location. Right?
True.
You've been through the mud with some business stuff going on.
Yep.
But you're moving forward. We've been to Boston together,
That
right?
was
We
fun.
learned something new
Yep.
together, right? Fast forward 2025, we're in your new location, right? You have so much more experience. We all have more experience, up, down, ugly, sideways, however you want to say it, bro. You would have never gotten to this point if you stayed in your comfort zone.
100%.
That's right.
9 times out of 10, right? The first thing that I have in the middle of my whiteboard when I'm teaching these people, these new young entrepreneurs, I have it says right there, your comfort zone will kill you.
That's real.
Right? If you are in your comfort zone, prepare to die. You have to be out of your comfort zone. You have to be where
Buy
it's
a
hard.
casket.
You have to push yourself so hard that it makes you uncomfortable. It's scary. It feels weird.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's hard.
Second
right?
guessing yourself all day.
Second guessing yourself. You're insecure. That's where you fucking learn.
Check this out. Check
That's
this
where
out.
you find it, baby.
Just saying.
I got something for you.
Oh shit.
This is the very first podcast episode that I recorded. I'm gonna go on the Zoom here and show you guys. This is the very first podcast episode I recorded. It's me
You didn't have any gray hair there.
in a room just talking by myself for 42 minutes about bathtub refinishing.
Yeah.
This was done, how long ago was that already? 4 years ago.
So it was right before I met you, right?
Right before. When you met me, I had just moved into that office, by the way. And that we were running everything out of our garage.
There you go. So, okay, quick homework for these people, bro. From when you went to your garage, from you are now, how long has that been?
7 years.
7 years. All those cats that message me all the time, I'm working out of my girlfriend's house. I'm working out of my dad's garage. I'm working out of the shed that my mom owns in the back, right? I'm working out of the liquor store on the side where my homeboy owns a liquor store.
We all started there, bro.
All that
We
shit.
all started there.
It only takes, for Daniel, 7 years.
That's it.
If you hunker down, you put a goal together, you put a plan, you focus, all the money you make, put it back into the business. It should only take you 7 years to get to this point.
Or less.
Or less. I'm just saying.
You might be
7 years from that point to where you're at right here, this beautiful place that we're in right now. Bro.
And some people are ruthless killers and they're going to get there faster.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have done what you guys have done in a relatively short amount of time too, but you have the drive and the will to do it. And so, my biggest thing, I feel like what people are missing in the whole puzzle of running a business is that it's not going to happen fast. And just because it happens faster for that guy doesn't mean that he didn't dedicate as much time to it.
Right.
Because 7 years is 7 years. But if you're working from 9 to 5, now you're limiting yourself. I got here in 7 years because I was putting in 12, 13, 14-hour days. And you could not believe me, but my wife remembers because we were dating. Yeah, right. And it was 7 o'clock in the morning to 3 a.m. sometimes.
On that note, for all the people, and I'm not going to tell his story, you call and holler at him for real. This guy right here, Danny Garcia, the people he's got around him and what they did, you too scared to do it.
Yeah.
You're too scared to do it. That's why he got here. This guy didn't just, somebody gave him some money or his family came together, bro. They did some stuff that the normal person would never do, ever do. That's why he hollers, burn the ships. It's not just some catchphrase that he makes up because now that he's successful, it sounds good. He's going back several years ago when they were basically like, they didn't even have a home. They let it go to get to where that takes huevos that you do not have, bruh. Yep. That's what it is. And so I'm trying to convince my wife to do it. And she's like, boy, get out of here. So I got to do it on my own. But the crew that he has around him, they just believed in him because he's the certified chatterbox. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And he got it done. So it's not all what you think it is, man. Like everybody, that's the whole story here. I years of me just being a regular schmegular technician, renting houses, getting evicted, man. I'm telling you, I finally came to the fork in the road and I was like, I'm going straight. You know, 2020, my motto was bump a middleman and a landlord. I'm gonna do this on my own from now on. And only if I knew the war stories are the challenges that were gonna come. But man, it was worth it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, brother.
Yeah, man. So
business is crazy, bro. It's
it's
crazy,
fun, man.
It's fun. It's a journey though.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready. You know, the thing is, if you're gonna do it, just know that it's a lifelong commitment, bro.
Yeah.
This is hard.
Yeah.
You know, you can go, give up and work at a painting company if that's what you want to do. But like at the end of the day, bro, like adversity is part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that like a lot of people need to recognize that like it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult. But if you surround yourself with good people and just keep on trying to better yourself, you're gonna move on to bigger and better things. And yeah.
So I just I'm not sure if we're closing yet, but I'm gonna say in closing,
yeah.
You two, including with other folks, have made me better, right? Because it reminds me, like I see how hard it is for you, right? And when I talk to you, you put me in that state of mind, like, fuck, man, I remember being there. I remember those insecurities. I remember feeling like this shit is not gonna work, bro. Right? And that's for the reason why I love to talk to you, because it also adds like, you know what? We were there before, dude. We have to keep pushing. We can't be comfortable. Right? And don't get me wrong. I say comfortable because there's times where I catch myself being comfortable again. And then crazy shit happens.
There's
and I'm
always
like,
another Danny Garcia in the shadows, chasing you. You know what I'm saying?
Chasing you 100%. Right? So what I'm saying is, guys, is I would have never reached this point in my life if I didn't burn the ships. When I burnt the ships, a lot of people don't understand what burn the ships mean. It comes from oh my God, I'm already about to fuck up the name. Conquistadores from Spain, right? They went to land and they conquered, right? And whenever they would show up to a land, a new land, their MO was, we're gonna burn the ships, right? This has to work. There's no plan B. There's only plan A. Do or do not, or die, right? So when I burnt my ships, I made it a point to myself, like, hey, this has to work. Do or do not. There's no try, right? Either you're gonna fucking win or you're gonna lose. Choose one, and I chose to win, right? I would have never gotten to this point in my life if I didn't do that. And I would challenge each and every one of you guys to burn the ships. Because when you burn them, there's no plan B. This is the plan, and this is the only plan. And we're not gonna stop until we see this one win.
100%. I think that you said it beautifully, bro. Just plan it out and execute it.
Execute it.
And if you're not going to do it, then just don't play the game.
And for me, what he just said, I never heard the backdrop to that burn the ships.
No?
No.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so check this out. Starting a business, you can have the mentality to burn the ships and, hey, this is going to work. Or not, that's it. It's going to work. For me, those conquistadors from Spain came so far to America, there was no going back. That was a death sentence in itself. We're going to burn the ship and we're going to do what we have to do here. Yeah. Which was not a good thing that they did, by the way, to my people. But hey, that's another story. I take it as I got to burn the ships because there ain't no going back. We came way too far, bro. Way too far.
Too far.
So,
too far to go back.
Man, we just going to keep pressing forward, man. And I'm glad to be here with you guys, bro.
Amen,
bro. Real, man.
Before we end it, I got my own little burn the ships thing, and I think I like that, Danny burned the ships online. I saw you talk about it on Roots of Ambition.
Yes.
You guys should follow that podcast. They do great stuff over there. Dude, in the last year, man, I've spent and invested like $150,000-$200,000 in my business.
Wow.
And not reaped the benefits of it yet. These are all things that we're planning for the future, things that we had to do, laying groundwork and foundation for things we want to do. I lost a really good friend because of the business.
Yeah.
I had a kid, and that takes me away from being able to be friends with certain people in my life, because there's certain people you don't want influencing, family and stuff like that. A lot of things have changed and moved or whatever. I've hit really high highs. I've had lows lately. Things that have happened to me lately that I haven't experienced in years. But like you guys said, bro, I'm in too deep at this point. It's either it has to work, it's going to work, and it's just about finding that roadmap, or I might as well not even be in the game. Yeah. So I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on doing it. We are already on an upward trajectory here. And I thank God that I've met really good people in the industry. You, Danny, you, Ruben, shout out Patrick, who's over there, RBS, who, like, to be honest, man, more than anything, like, regardless of all the Tubcast stuff and all of that, me and Patrick will casually hop on a phone call 3 or 4 times a week where we just talk for an hour and a half about what the game plan is, road mapping. We'll talk so that we're both always on track. And it doesn't matter how busy he is, how busy I am. the phone call happens.
It's important.
And and it's like vision boarding in real time, bro.
Yeah.
It's like everyone, this is what we're doing, right? This is what happened. This is what we found. This is how we're going to move, and this is how we're going to continue on. And that stuff, bro, has done wonders for me. And so, like, at the end of the day, man, what I'm getting at, though, is find the thing in your life that you're going to pursue, burn the ships and go and freaking do it. And if not, either shit or get off the pot, bro. Yeah. That's it.
In the words of Danny Garcia, man, you want to be a successful business owner, do it or quit. That's it.
Yo, I'm not finna lie, man. You should make a t-shirt that says that.
Serious.
Either do it or quit.
When I got off that phone,
burn the shit,
it was a rainy day like today. I was driving like,
this motherfucker right here.
Okay. All right, bro.
Like, hey, bro, I can take it, but okay.
And shouts out to Patrick too, man, because one thing when we went there last year, because I was there too, that was awesome. He ain't know us.
Yeah.
That man showed us crazy love, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Picks us up in a limousine, bro. The white dude. Picks us up in the limousine, takes us to a Boston Red Sox game. We're pouring up champagne on him. And he was a regular dude rapping every Wu-Tang song.
Every song.
This is a regular cat, man. It's good people, for real. He showed us a lot of love, man. Thank you for that, man.
We got to go back up there, bro.
For real.
We got to
do,
make a
man.
trip out there. But we got to go see a game from start to finish this time.
Yeah, we gotta
My
go.
big ass sat there for... I bought the fucking tickets right behind the catcher, and these guys wanted to leave in the 6th inning, bro. I was so mad, bro.
Hey, man.
But
I don't even remember the 4th inning. We were so faded by the time we got there.
Ruben was asleep in the limo, bro. I got pictures. But that was a really fun experience up there, bro.
It was awesome,
and look,
But
bro,
a bunch of tub reglazers together, bro.
well,
sharing knowledge.
That's what we're trying to do. Part of the whole thing we're doing,
Yeah,
Patrick,
the Tub
too.
Reglazing trade show.
But that's, bro, you're talking about it, bro. Me and Patrick, the plan is to everyone who comes aboard, right? It's like, yo, I'm going to be part of this Tubcast thing. We're going to host an event that's going to be like quarterly, where we have all of you guys come out and we're going to talk about Tubcast, talk about networking opportunities, talk about how we can keep bettering it.
Yeah.
I mean, just me alone, I've gotten Patrick to change the primer and the top coat already. Like, and if there's things that people don't
Making it
like,
better.
like we're making it better and making it better. There's a new version that we're gonna work on
And
where it's
have
gonna
you
be
ever
one
told-
coat and one coat. Like,
Have you ever mentioned that this can be sprayed?
yeah, and it can be
Have you ever-
sprayed.
It can be sprayed, guys.
A lot of people.
If you're a real technician and you can tweak it, you can spray it. And now you got a better, for you guys, you have a more of a nicer finish, but the durability is still there.
Ruben, you were there when we sprayed it. I don't know if you remember. The thing is, rolling has been the thing we've been doing for so long now. But when we went in Boston, that's why Russell was there. Everyone was training on spraying.
Yeah, we won.
And it comes out great. You can spray it. We sprayed it for the first couple months, but when we got comfortable with the rolling, we tried it out. It just became the way that made sense for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys.
Bro, before you close that up,
Yeah.
I think what you just said right now is huge.
Yeah.
If we can get people, refinishers throughout the country,
Yep.
the world,
Yep.
to come out there, bro, we all sit down at a round table
Yep.
and just pick each other's brains.
Yeah.
Make each other better, right? Have a class, a seminar, right?
Yep.
People like myself, you, this
We could
dude,
speak.
We can all speak to them, talk to them. Hopefully give them a shortcut, a different avenue, or a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the one thing, like I started my classes and the way these people think, I'm like, bro, the way you think, I hate to tell you, bro, you're never going to grow.
Yeah.
You're thinking like this. You're a business owner, you got to think like this.
Yep.
Right? It can't be like this no more, bro. You have to think like this. And 9 times out of 10, most people that go into business are coming from, I'm one of them, are coming from survival.
Yep.
Right? That's okay, because I always say this shit on the podcast. What got you here
Isn't gonna
get you there.
That's real.
Right?
That's real.
And that's one thing that I'm changing. I'm at the point right now, what got me here is not going to get me here. So I'm at the point where I'm changing everything that I learned to this point. I'm changing everything, bro. The way I think, the way I feel, the way I look, the way I talk, what I eat, how I eat, who I talk to, when I talk to, where I'm going, whatever I'm putting my energy at, I'm very careful now, bro.
Yep.
right?
Because what got you there was survival mode.
Exactly.
Here,
so now,
what got you here? You know
so
what I'm saying?
now I want to thrive. I want to thrive now. And I can't thrive if I'm still thinking like this.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing, bro, is
Yeah.
to get people to stop. This is where it ends, and this is where the beauty happens.
100. Like for in trades in general, but this industry, man, could really benefit from that, and that's we're gonna try to do it. You know,
Yeah.
like I am committed to this. You know, I already burned the ships.
You're doing great, bro.
So
You're doing great.
we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep on growing it.
I love my little bro. I call you little bro all the time.
Thank you for coming
Got
through.
so much love for you,
This
man.
is good people, man. Even though I know a lot of guys, you know,
I love
Hate on-
new
hate on my
Flacco.
guy.
New
Hey.
Flacco here.
from 265 to 183, baby.
Let's
it can
go.
be done. 32 inch pant waist. Let's get it.
go, baby. Good shit, man. I'm
Thank
so proud of you.
Thank you,
Proud
man.
of you,
Yeah,
bro.
change your lifestyle, man.
Absolutely.
Change your
He
lifestyle.
gave me shit
what
about the
got you
Diet
here
Coke.
ain't gonna get you there.
Hello.
Let's get it.
Man, but no, it was fun, guys, as always. But we gotta go grab something to eat, bro.
I'm
get it,
starving
man.
like
Yeah,
Marvin.
let's do it.
Girl.
All I ate was beef jerky, and Ruben gave me a lecture about it.
All right, but, hey, before I go, hey, shout out to the Roots of Ambition, my
Hey.
brother Angel, Ace Renovations, my boy Juan Montalvo, my brother Ivan, newcomer, my boy Jose, my boy little Danny. I appreciate you guys doing what you guys do, because without you, I couldn't be able to do what I do. Last but not least, Sister Crystal, Richard, my sister Anna, for allowing the family to rotate the way they rotate. I appreciate each and every one of you guys on my team. One love. Adriana, you are killing it. Keep killing it. We're moving forward finally. One love.
Wait.
Let me do
Michelle.
some
Oh, she knows. Michelle knows, bro. I can't do anything that I do without her, bro. She knows. She's the neck. She's rotating everything. I can't even be here without her allowing me to be here, bro.
Let me get some shouts out too, right quick.
Yeah.
For, you know, my ace Boone Coon, my ace that helped me build this up, and he's my son, Evan Delano Perez. You are the man, boy.
Let's go,
Keep
Evan.
pushing and kind of tweak the coochie, weed, and alcohol just a little bit. I know you're 23, bro, but hey, listen to your father. To my beautiful wife, Charmaine, my sister-in-law, Devlin McCord, that always helped me out, put me in the game. Chris, Texas Tough, Todd Payne, who actually came back and showed me how to really spray a tub a couple years later after we started this so years ago from Renew Cabinets. No way, because I told you no way. You're gonna be the man one day, man. Another day, another spray.
Another spray.
Yeah, man. And spray and pray. That's what we do out here to make it. Right? Keep God first, man.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, everybody, man, much success to you. Peace out to all the real OGs. We out. Get it.
Sending all the love, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Bathtub Refinishing Podcast. If you liked what you heard, be sure to keep up with the Bathtub Guys on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, or visit bathtubguys.com for more. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.